So as I was introducing this segment here, like podcasts, I guess is what they call it. I decided to switch over to the computer with better, you know, memory. I was running out of memory. So, look, today, as I was saying, I'm excited to talk about the Bobcats because quite literally, what I saw, last week against Middlebury was big physical defense, knowledgeable, experienced players on the wings. Those details I'll go into a little bit later, but I was impressed. Like I said, I'm blogging, podcasting to a little bit of my, friends, I will say, who have some experience that I've maybe played rec ball with over the years. What I saw was a little bit better talent that I think expresses the progression and the seriousness that some kids have been exposed to from a young age, and I would call it semi-professional, maybe professional level, like that dedication. Not a lot of anxiety with the ball. Like, you got the ball, it's work. I've got to do the best I can, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself. And that's the evolution of soccer. I think that leads to good competition. But like I said, the game today makes me excited. Um, we are featuring a goalkeeper who's from Bethesda, Maryland, by the way. He's physical, he's 6'1", he's not afraid to put his body in front of the ball. The Bobcats bring in a schedule record of 3-2-1 today. Dave Goodstein is his name. I saw him throw himself in front of the ball. Very vocal, at times a bit anxious. That's not really the same level of maturity that I just described. Not afraid to hold on to the ball when they have it, not too much pressure. He was feeling some of that anxiety, and I think that's okay because he represents, everybody on the team. I don't need that. Everybody on the team. So, again, there were 2 or 3 defenders that were over 6 foot on the field. That's what really represented kind of a physical element that Bates hasn't been able to provide consistently in the, several years of technology and podcasts that have allowed us to watch them from afar. But that's a strategic element I think that the coach brings. I think the coach has a bunch of freshmen. You look on their roster, they're all over 6 feet. A lot of the freshmen are over 6 feet tall. It's amazing. On set pieces, on corner kicks, you saw the Bates men just enough bigger than the Tufts men who've won national championships to arguably intimidate Tufts. Arguably, I say, because you never know. In the heat of the moment, people don't really care, right? They're out there getting physical. We have a guy from Germany, from the capital Bonn. He's number 5. Sweet player. He's not the best on offense, but he's everywhere on defense. Got his head and foot on everything. He's young. He's 18, 19 years old. He's going to be really good. He appreciated the attention you give him from the sideline. So did the sweeper, another freshman. Appreciated the attention that he was getting from the sideline. Very physical. I mean, when you watch hockey and you hear about the defensemen that you don't want to go up against because they're going to fight you, believe it or not, we found that in our sweeper. I think his name is Kovacs, number 18. Yep, Alex. From Massachusetts. By the way, we got players from Japan out there. We got players from Germany. We got players from the West Coast, from New England. It's fun. It's encouraging. It's like I said, it's like watching maybe like the B side of a mid-tier professional team over there in England. Physicality is what stood out. That's why I'm doing this podcast. It felt like I was watching a semi-professional, professional team. Demeanor of excellent players. So number 5 stood out, tall, 6'5" they have him listed at. Lots of fun. I saw some excellent play by a left-footed midfielder, constantly winning the ball, constantly maneuvering on the sidelines with aggression. That was dominating. I would say that it was dominating. I won't say that Tufts had more opportunities than Bates did. Man for man, they're technically pleasant. They're fun to watch. Back in the day, Connecticut College had this physical, good touch, impressive skill. I think we remember Connecticut College, those of us that were there. We saw John Schofield, player of the tournament, in the Caribbean on a vacation, pleasure, amateur type tournament. Connecticut College, boom, 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 boom. They were better. They really were man for man better. But that's okay. Today Bates is getting there. Tufts is that. Today they're the basic hallmark, the standard, right? So again, I saw excellent play. The guy's name is Max McKersey. The other guy that I want to talk about, number 14, big guy, almost got a goal in there for Bates at the end of regulation. Okay, I'm looking at number 17. His name is Bobby Dahl. Great name, right? Bethesda, Maryland. There was a couple kids, the Dahl brothers, that I grew up with that were exceptional athletes. Different family, different spelling. I bring it up because it's a personal memory. I love to remember those memories. Playing soccer for me involved going to camps in the summer from the age of 10 to the age of 17. I never really played organized at high school. Played a lot of club. I had piano classes, journalism, all of that stuff to do. I had a lot of fun. But the kids that I met through the prep school and the whole soccer camps, to me was like a friendship that to this day I have. The Class C players. That's what we like to talk about when we talk about soccer. It's the people, the parents, the class, all that great stuff. All of it was there at Bates this weekend. All of it was there. I've never seen hundreds of people lined up to watch a soccer game. I get there, I arrive, I talk to a couple people that could have been parents out there on their lawn chairs at the end of the field. It turns out they're just going there to watch kids that they'd seen that are friends of their family. I was there in Bethesda again in this very festive environment. Parents everywhere, kids everywhere, like 10 freshmen near me cheering. Everybody was feeding off each other. And amazing, it was a cultural experience. It wasn't going to the ballet, but it was a cultural experience. So we talked about Bobby Dahl. Bobby Dahl is an exceptional midfielder. He holds the ball well. He's young, 19, doesn't get nervous. When I talk about the professional attitude, been there, he's not putting a lot of pressure on himself. I mean, it was incredible. Good, solid, reason to blog about. So we talked about the sweeper, the defenders, the midfielders. We've got some wonderful forwards. You go on Bates.edu, go to the sports section, watch the goals against Hamilton, New York. Pretty incredible stuff. One of our captains, is featured there a little bit. Apparently so much experience, it's unbelievable. Anyway, enough said. I hope you enjoy your weekend.